Good Morning Northwest, a blowout in Iowa. We're breaking down the results of the country's first Republican nomination contest in the race for president, including who's out this morning.
Our biggest storm this season is on its way. I'll tell you about the next weather alert you need to prepare for.
And homes, businesses, and nonprofits dealing with a big, costly mess thanks to the bitter cold. Who's cleaning up and what to do if the same thing happens to you. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Good morning, I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. It is Tuesday, January 16th. In our For the People coverage this morning, the race for the White House truly kicked off last night as former President Trump won big in the Iowa caucuses. Now, losing one-term presidents are almost never successful in those primary campaigns.
But last night's win gave former President Trump the biggest win in caucus history, putting him on pace for his 3rd consecutive nomination. Entrance polls are giving us a glimpse into what voters think of the candidates and the legitimacy of the last presidential election. Let's turn now to ABC's Em Nguyen.
She's live for us in Des Moines. Good morning, Em.
Good morning. Trump supporters came out in droves last night on the coldest caucus day ever. Ron DeSantis taking 2nd place, ending up about 30 percentage points behind Trump. In Iowa, a resounding win for Donald Trump, who smashed a record for his wide margin of victory. The former president with a projected win after just 30 minutes, receiving more than 51% of the vote, tightening his grip on the 2024 Republican presidential nomination.
What a turnout, what a crowd. And I really think this is time now for everybody, our country, to come together.
Governor Ron DeSantis finishing in a distant 2nd with about 21% of the vote after rallying in all 99 counties. DeSantis sounding triumphant for edging Haley in the GOP contest for 2nd.
Because of your support, in spite of all of that they threw at us, everyone against us, we've got our ticket punched out of Iowa.
Behind DeSantis by just 2%, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, who called her 3rd place finish a testament to the momentum she's been gaining.
I can safely say tonight, Iowa made this Republican primary a 2-person race.
And despite the bitter sub-zero temperatures, entrance polls show who turned out to support Trump in the state. One question asking, do you think that Joe Biden legitimately won the presidency in 2020? 66% saying no.
Quite overwhelmingly, 2/3 believing something that is flatly untrue. This is Trump's party. They believe what he says.
Entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy announced he's dropping out of the race and backing Trump. President Joe Biden fundraising off of Trump's victory in Iowa, saying this election was always going to be you and me versus extreme MAGA Republicans. Candidates now have their sights set on New Hampshire's primary just 1 week away. A recent poll shows Nikki Haley within striking distance of Trump there. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Des Moines, Iowa.
Thanks. Now let's get over to things with Allison Martinez, who's in for Mark this morning with a look at our first alert forecast. Still pretty chilly out there, Allison.
Still very chilly. Good morning. Those cold conditions are continuing today. Currently 5 degrees in Spokane, -6 with wind chill, and 5 degrees in Coeur d'Alene. -12 is what we're feeling this morning. Here are 4 things to know for your Tuesday. Getting started, believe it or not, we are seeing a bit of a warming trend. Warmer temperatures at the end of this week expected. We have a winter storm warning in place. We're expecting snow later tonight, and with that snow, we're expecting some very heavy accumulations. Because of this, we do have a first alert weather alert day in place for Wednesday. Like I said, heavy snow, upwards of 8 inches in eastern Washington and the Idaho Panhandle. This is in place for Wednesday. Not only the morning commute, but the night commute, the evening commute is going to be very tricky, so give yourself plenty of time there. Here's a closer look at that winter alert. We have a warning in place for the area, shaded in pink on your screen, anywhere from 6 inches to 15 inches. This is from 10 p.m. tonight until Thursday around 4 o'clock in the morning. Taking a look at our highs, 19 in Spokane for today and Coeur d'Alene, and that's what we have for you now.
All right, Allison, thank you. Eastern Washington and North Idaho are feeling the impacts of our extreme cold.
Several businesses, schools, and organizations have had issues with freezing pipes and even bursting ones due to those low temperatures. That's what employees at Heat Praxia, a locally owned sauna studio in Coeur d'Alene, walked into on Saturday morning. A pipe had burst due to those frigid temperatures. The general manager is saying it took almost an hour and a half to get the water fully shut off. Their space is now completely devastated. She says it's been a very tearful last few days.
We were starting to work on the plan on what it looks like to expand this year into Spokane. We're getting so much attention from that side of the border and wanting Heat Praxia to come there, and this just really threw a huge wrench in plans.
Now, just a few miles from Heat Praxia, a favorite local restaurant is having some similar problems. The pipes at Tomato Street in Coeur d'Alene froze on Saturday and burst Sunday evening. The restaurant is closed for at least a week, putting dozens of employees out of work.
Burst pipes also closing the Women and Children's Free Restaurant. The restaurant posted this on its Facebook page saying curbside services are on a temporary break. The restaurant normally hands out free meals to needy families every Wednesday. If you're counting on a meal, the restaurant suggests calling 211 for food assistance from other local resources. Also, we're learning North Idaho STEM Academy also starting the day with some burst pipes, saying it'll be closed for the foreseeable future. As we start to warm up from this cold snap, so will our pipes. And that also means the risk for home flooding and residential disaster also increases.
We need water in our homes, but we don't need it in the wrong places, right? And so once that water comes into the building, we got to get it out of there, otherwise mold and microbial damage is going to happen.
If your home floods, experts recommend calling for help immediately to get on a list, as these companies are already inundated with calls and cannot guarantee you help right away.
New details from the Breaking Now desk. This morning, tensions are escalating in the Middle East following deadly missile strikes inside Iraq. The strikes are raising concerns that Iran is getting more aggressive in the region. Officials say Iran launched the ballistic missiles claiming to target the local headquarters of Israel's intelligence agency. The strikes killed at least 4 people. Some blasts hit near the U.S. consulate, while others were reported in Syria. All of this raising concern about a wider spillover of violence across the region, stemming from the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza.
We've done everything we can to deter this, but it obviously did not work, and the choice was up to Iran. So I do think Iran will likely amp up it through its proxies, of course.
Mick Mulroy, who you just heard from, is former Deputy Secretary of Defense for the Middle East. He sounded the alarm last week over what Iran might do when the U.S. launched a series of attacks on Iranian-backed rebels in Yemen. Officials say they've been targeting commercial ships angry over the violence in Gaza. And overnight, the U.S. State Department condemned the new attacks in Iraq, saying, quote, "We oppose Iran's reckless missile strikes, which undermine Iraq's stability." But Iran's Revolutionary Guards today threatened more revenge, citing what it calls recent atrocities by Israel. And the latest details, Iraq's government is holding a security meeting today to go over Iran's non-compliance with the security deal between the two countries. Back to the attacks in the Red Sea, I'll break down how the violence is affecting trade routes and what the changes could mean for the U.S. economy. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thanks. The Washington Attorney General is filing a lawsuit to block a proposed merger between Kroger and Albertsons. Bob Ferguson says allowing 2 of the largest supermarket companies in the state to merge would severely limit shopping options and destroy competition that helps keep those prices low. The merger would sell off more than 100 stores across the state with fewer choices. Ferguson says the merger would lead to a monopoly.
Our job is to make sure there's a level playing field for Washington consumers, and that means pushing back against the consolidation of power that destroys free enterprise and harms Washingtonians.
Now, right now, Washington is the only state that's filing a lawsuit to stop this merger, but it could rather have national implications. Ferguson announced that he's running for governor of Washington after Jay Inslee announced he would not be seeking another term. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now, 6:09.
Checking back in with Allison Martinez, in for Mark Peterson, and we have lots of wet weather coming our way.
Lots of wet weather. 100% chance tomorrow.
We don't see that very often.
No, we don't. And it makes it very difficult to ignore the fact that we're seeing snow tomorrow, though I am trying. We'll have more on when you can expect it coming up in your First Alert forecast.
And too cold on the ice. Spokane skate ribbon has been closed on and off because of these dangerously cold temps. But what about today?
And fresh off his big win in the Iowa caucuses, former President Trump jets back to New York this week for another court date having to do with that woman. That's coming up after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Where would you get engaged? At our most spectacular historic hotel? Wherever you get engaged, we want to help you mark your moment. Tracy Jewelers, where Spokane gets engaged since 1950.
Cash, cash, cash. It's snowing cash at Mississauga Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games to win a share of $12,000 cash at Mississauga Casino Hotel.
Get your hands up, let's go! Six is the winner of 23 awards on Broadway and a euphoric celebration. Now, Six is coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts for 1 week only. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Okay, guys, have a great day. Don't forget you have soccer after school. Bye, Mom.
See our huge selection of Highlanders built for everyday drivers at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
The new year is here, and that means it's time to move more in 2024 and get those New Year's resolutions started with a great special offer to join everyone's favorite gym, Move Fitness.
Join the movement.
4 News Now and STCU are recognizing volunteers who make a difference in our community. Today, we honor the Vanessa Behan Auxiliary Board.
From setting up shop to recruiting hundreds of volunteers, the Vanessa Behan Auxiliary Board works tirelessly to put on Santa Express each year.
For more than 30 years, the board has operated Santa Express, a store where children can buy Christmas gifts for their families.
It's a great organization, and we just love the money that we're able to give and the lives we're able to change.
Thanks to STCU for helping make sure volunteers count.
Cash, cash, cash. It's snowing cash at Mississauga Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games to win a share of $12,000 cash at Mississauga Casino Hotel.
Where would you get engaged? At our most spectacular historic hotel? Wherever you get engaged, we want to help you mark your moment. Tracy Jewelers, where Spokane gets engaged since 1950.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
It's now 6:12. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Donald Trump expected back in a New York courthouse this week.
A jury is set to determine how much he will pay in damages for defaming columnist E. Jean Carroll back in 2019. Trump's statements denying her rape allegations were found to be false. A jury found Trump did sexually abuse and defame Carroll and awarded her $5 million for his statements. Carroll is now seeking an additional $10 million in damages. Jury selection will begin this morning.
Later this week, the Justice Department plans to release its review of the response to the Uvalde, Texas school shooting. 19 children and 2 teachers died when a gunman opened fire inside Robb Elementary School on May 24th, 2022. Texas officials and law enforcement have been under intense scrutiny over how the response unfolded. 376 law enforcement officers were on the scene of the shooting, but it took 77 minutes for first responders to confront and kill the gunman.
Today, Palestinians in Rafah are combing through the rubble following an Israeli strike on a residential compound in the southern Gaza Strip. Residents say nearly 12 Palestinians were killed. Israel's campaign in Gaza since the October 7th Hamas assault has turned much of the Palestinian territory into a wasteland. Health officials say more than 24,000 people have been killed.
Here is your 10-second takeaway. Today is going to be mostly cloudy and cold. We are expecting some significant snowfall overnight. Our high for the day is 19 degrees.
Well, these cold temperatures forced the closure of the Numerica Skate Ribbon and Skyride in downtown Spokane for a 4th consecutive day. These attractions were initially closed Friday because of the cold snap. According to its Facebook page, the skate ribbon opened up again yesterday afternoon from 4:30 to 8. Haven't been told what's going to happen today, but we'll keep you posted.
Absolutely.
It's now 6:14.
No corner of the country is untouched by these dangerous winter weather conditions. From heavy snow to ice and brutal cold, we'll take you around the country to show you what's happening right after this.
And here's a look at what's happening right now here at home. It's a live look at our gorgeous city on your Tuesday morning. More Good Morning Northwest right up.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Those responsible for making our local roads and highways safe for winter travel would like to remind you that snow removal is an important, critical, and precise task. Please give the right-of-way to removal equipment so we can all get where we need to go quickly and safely.
10 years from today, Lisa Schneider will become the undisputed leader of a ginormous pack of dogs. Rescue dogs, to be exact. A second act made possible by the career reskilling courses Lisa's already taking now with AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does, so she can finally run with the big dogs and the small dogs who just think they're big dogs. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andes' priority. Get ready for the cold with a high-efficiency furnace from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andes offers a wide range of top-quality heating systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andes' team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can trust Andes to diagnose and fix any issue efficiently. Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Only the Sleep Number Smart Bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting, and actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side. Save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition Smart Bed, plus 0% interest for 36 months when you add an adjustable base. Ends Monday, only at Sleep Number.
The new year is here, and that means it's time to move more in 2024 and get those New Year's resolutions started with a great special offer to join everyone's favorite gym, Move Fitness.
Join the movement.
Winter weather means hazardous driving conditions. If you must travel, follow these guidelines to keep everyone safe. Slow down and keep a safe following distance. Use traction tires. Give snow and emergency vehicles the right of way. Carry an emergency kit. Brought to you by Lakes, Worley, Post Falls, and Eastside Highway Districts.
PB and J? PB before we go. P before we go. P before we go.
See you tomorrow?
Yeah.
Welcome back in. The time's now 6:17. This morning, snow from Washington, D.C. to New York and Boston.
And across the Midwest, as far south as Texas, brutal and life-threatening cold. ABC's Andrew Dimbert reports.
This morning, the brutal blast of winter weather is expanding, putting an end to the snow drought in New York City. The Big Apple could see 3 inches of snow, the first measurable amount for the area in nearly 2 years. In Washington, D.C., federal offices are closed today with 6 inches possible there. In the Midwest, wind chills could drop as low as 45 degrees below zero this morning. Even as far south as Brownsville, Texas, it could feel like 10 below zero. The company managing the power grid in Texas has requested people conserve electricity between 6 and 9 a.m. today. Across the South, drivers were struggling to stay on the road in snow, sleet, and ice. The conditions are keeping more than 1 million students home today. Schools from Chicago and Detroit to Denver, Dallas, and Houston are closed. Meanwhile, 4 college students in Kentucky were rescued after getting stranded in the Daniel Boone National Forest. Officials say the students were camping and had underestimated the conditions. And authorities in Wyoming say a skier has died in an avalanche, the 3rd avalanche death just this month in the U.S. Experts say conditions are ripe for dangerous snowslides across the West.
Climate change is impacting avalanche cycles. Exactly how it's impacting them or what we're going to see in the future, that's much less clear.
Parts of New England could also see 6 inches of snow today. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
And it's clear now, but we are just hours away from our biggest storm of the winter so far.
Get ready here. Allison Martinez is in for Mark this morning, tracking it all for us. 19's not too bad.
Not too bad. We definitely have a calmer day today before things kick off later tonight. 19 is our high. Mostly cloudy day, calm winds overall. Cold, but not too much to complain about here. Tonight, things shift. We have a low of 15 degrees. We have a chance of snow overnight, and then we're expecting heavy snow after midnight, primarily light winds. Now, because of this snow, we do have a first alert weather alert day in place for tomorrow for eastern Washington and the Idaho Panhandle. This is because we're expecting some significant snow, the most significant totals we've seen so far this season. 8 inches or more is what we're expecting. Like we said, tomorrow we're really going to be feeling it on both the morning commute but also the evening commute. We do have a few winter alerts in place. The area in pink on your screen does have a warning for 10 p.m. tonight to 4 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. So things are pretty tame here. Just a little bit of cloud coverage helping to keep us a little bit warmer. Tonight around 8 p.m. we're going to be seeing some activity. Wenatchee, Moses Lake, Tri-Cities, there we'll be seeing the first of the snow as we make our way closer to the middle of the night. 1 o'clock, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, our entire region for the most part is really going to be seeing a lot of snowfall. Here's a look at 8 o'clock in the morning and lunchtime. It's really going to be quite significant there. We could be seeing 2 to 4 inches overnight and 3 to 7 additional inches during the day. Now, closer to Thursday, things will really subside for the most part, but that snow is going to be hanging on for quite a while here with these temperatures. 19 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 24 in Kellogg and St. Mary's. Overnight lows 15 in Spokane and 16 in Coeur d'Alene. Now, taking a look at our planning forecast, like we said, calm day today. Tomorrow, that's our weather alert day, and then that wet weather is really going to stick around until next week.
Oh, get ready for it. It's coming in.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Allison. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now, 6:21.
The Washington Huskies have a new head coach in Jedd Fisch coming up with the former Arizona head coach accomplished during his 3 years in Tucson.
Plus, the streak comes to an end as Gonzaga falls out of the AP Top 25 for the first time in more than 1,000 days. All that and more coming up right after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Taxes aren't free, but your furnace could be. This holiday season, when you purchase a Daikin air conditioning unit, you'll receive a Daikin furnace free. That's right, free. Let us keep you and your family comfortable all year round. Contact Mainstream today.
My parents started their first dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and work hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Subaru dealerships, and we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Because we're looking forward to being your local family Subaru dealer for generations to come.
Let's go! Don't miss the Harlem Globetrotters 2024 World Tour presented by Jersey Mike Subs at Spokane Arena on January 29th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com for tickets.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. I gotta call Swap.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling him.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world.
And so much happening.
Right here in the Northwest.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Good Morning Northwest and Good Morning America.
We're right here, and we got you.
We got you, Northwest.
3, 2, 1.
The new year is here, and that means it's time to jump into the gym and get those New Year's resolutions going to move more in 2024.
Let's go!
Lose some inches.
Drop a few pounds.
Get stronger.
Whatever your goals are, Move Fitness has the staff, trainers, and facilities to get the job done. Plus, you can sign up now with no enrollment fee to be the best you can be and move more in 2024.
Taxes aren't free, but your furnace could be. This holiday season, when you purchase a Daikin air conditioning unit, you'll receive a Daikin furnace free. That's right, free. Let us keep you and your family comfortable all year round. Contact Mainstream today.
Just a week ago, we saw the Washington Huskies fall in the national championship game to Michigan, and a few days later, they lost their head coach, Kalen DeBoer, to Alabama. So that meant yet another vacant seat to be filled, and the university moving quickly to fill that seat. Yesterday, they officially announced former Arizona head coach Jedd Fisch would be leading the program into the future, and given the candidates that were out there this late in the game, it's probably the best UW could do given the situation. In 3 seasons down in Tucson, Fisch finished with a record of 16-21. But 2023 was his breakout year. The Wildcats went 10-3 with the Alamo Bowl win over Oklahoma, and they finished the year with their highest ranking since the 1990s. Now, one player that won't be joining him in Seattle is quarterback Jayden de Laura. The former Washington State Cougar spent the last 2 seasons in Arizona, but decided to hit the transfer portal again. He's going to be playing his last season of college football at Texas State. De Laura will be reunited with former Washington State co-offensive coordinator Craig Stutzman, who is now the wide receivers coach and passing coordinator for the Bobcats. Now, switching over to college basketball, the Gonzaga Bulldogs' stretch of appearing in the Associated Press Top 25 poll is no more. On Monday, they fell out of the rankings for the first time in 143 weeks, which is far and away the longest active streak in the country. This comes after their latest loss to the hands of Santa Clara on Thursday night. And as it stands right now, the Bulldogs have a record of 11-5, and they are 50th in the net rankings. Now, the Zags are going to have to string together a lot of wins over the next 2 months if they want to improve their NCAA tournament resume. Currently, ESPN Bracketology has them as a 9 seed and headed to Indianapolis for the first 2 rounds. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
Yeah, we'll see. They're going to turn it up.
Yes.
They really, really are.
Absolutely.
It's now 6:26.
The shipping crisis in the Red Sea has taken a new turn. This morning, Sydney Charles is tracking the latest developments on this ongoing conflict and how our wallets could now be impacted.
And more information needed. The new developments in the University of Idaho murders case, why the judge says the state now needs to hand over crucial information. As we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on GMA at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, urgent avalanche warning. This video taken in Palisade, Tahoe, capturing a skier being swept away as people on a ski lift warn others.
These are the types of avalanches that catch, carry, and kill people.
Avalanche forecasters sounding the alarm. Conditions ripe for dangerous snow slides across the West. Overnight, GMA speaking to the director of the National Avalanche Center.
We're coming out of that dry period into a pretty active, stormy and cold, wetter period. And when you do that, you end up with a layering where you have very weak snow below stronger, deeper snow.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on these hair-triggering avalanches and what skiers and snowboarders need to know to stay safe. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Kate made progress with her mental health, but her medication caused unintentional movements in her face, hands, and feet called tardive dyskinesia, or TD. So her doctor prescribed Austedo XR, a once-daily TD treatment for adults. Austedo XR significantly reduced Kate's TD movements. Some people saw a response as early as 2 weeks. With Austedo XR, Kate can stay on her mental health meds.
Oh, hi, buddy. Austedo XR can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Pay close attention to and call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden changes in mood, or have suicidal thoughts. Don't take if you have liver problems, are taking reserpine, tetrabenazine, or valbenazine. Austedo XR may cause irregular or fast heartbeat or abnormal movements. Seek help for fever, stiff muscles, problems thinking, or sweating. Common side effects include inflammation of the nose and throat, insomnia, and sleepiness.
Ask your doctor for Austedo XR.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Cal Superstore in Airway Heights.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday.
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Discover new opportunities together in a new Chevy. Meet up in an award-winning Equinox. Lend a hand in the Silverado with up to 14 available camera views. Or mix it up in the Trax with an 11-inch diagonal display screen. Find the Chevy that's right for you. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models. Or get $500 cash allowance, plus current competitive owners get an additional $1,000 cash allowance.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
North Idaho Urology's high-quality, accessible care just got even closer. Expert care is now within reach at the North Idaho Urology Post Falls campus. Our new Post Falls location offers the same advanced technology as our Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint clinics, creating a seamless experience for our patients. Don't wait any longer. Visit our website or call to schedule your appointment today.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
It's not an I thing, Dad. It's a we thing.
Get a large 2-topping take and bake pizza for just $10.99. Order now at papamurphys.com.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now story tracker focuses on the race for the White House.
And former President Donald Trump, the big winner there this morning. He took more than 50% of the vote in the Republican Iowa caucuses. Ron DeSantis narrowly edged out Nikki Haley for second place. Last night's win gave former President Trump the biggest win in caucus history, putting him on pace for his third consecutive nomination. Entrance polls are giving us a glimpse into what voters think of the candidates. Nearly 2/3 of those polled said they do not believe President Biden was legitimately elected.
The Iowa caucuses marked the end of the line for one Republican candidate. Biotech entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy ended his campaign last night following a disappointing showing in the Iowa caucuses. Ramaswamy quickly threw his support behind former President Trump, making plans to travel to New Hampshire today to campaign for Trump ahead of the state's primary that's just coming up next week. Thanks so much for starting your morning with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It's Tuesday, January 16th, and we are just learning that the North Idaho STEM Academy had some burst pipes this morning. It will be closed for the foreseeable future.
That's for sure. The situation of a lot of businesses and other homes around our area. Let's toss things over to Allison Martinez. We still have a cold morning starting out today.
That's right. Those cold conditions are continuing today. It's currently 5 degrees in Spokane, though, with that wind chill feeling like -6 this morning. 5 in Coeur d'Alene, feeling like -13. Here are 4 things to know for your Tuesday. Getting started, believe it or not, we are in the midst of a warming trend. We have a winter storm warning in place tonight through Thursday. We are expecting some snow later tonight, and that is going to be some very heavy accumulations at that. Because of this, we do have a first alert weather alert day in place for tomorrow. This is for eastern Washington and the Idaho Panhandle. We're going to be seeing some very heavy snow, 8 inches or more potentially. Those morning and evening commutes are going to be very difficult, so give yourself plenty of time. Looking at our highs, 19 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 16 in Sandpoint and Bonners Ferry, and 19 in Pullman. Here's a look at our next 12 hours. It's going to be a very cold day. Make sure that you are fully prepared. Coats, scarves, gloves. It is the kind of day that calls for the works. Our high will hit 16 by 2 p.m. and stay right there until dinner time.
And at the Breaking Now desk, a story we've been following closely, concerns about rising gas prices due to militant attacks in the Red Sea. This morning, a new development. Oil tankers are starting to completely avoid the southern Red Sea, and so are oil companies. That is the sound of UK fighter jets lifting off. It's part of a U.S.-led effort to go after militants based in Yemen. Backed by Iran, these militants, who say they're taking revenge for Israel's war on Hamas in Gaza, have been attacking container ships in the Red Sea since November. It's one of the world's most important trade routes. The violence has forced commercial shipping companies to avoid the area. Now oil companies are following suit. Officials say because shipping is becoming more restricted in the Red Sea, the price of oil is going up.
What you're seeing is a number of those oil tankers are no longer traversing the Red Sea. We use about 100 million barrels of oil every single day, and that will certainly have an effect on price.
Mike Summers, who you just heard from, says roughly 18 million barrels of oil travel every day through what's known as the Strait of Hormuz. But because of the attacks in the Red Sea, oil tankers and commercial ships are now taking a totally different route all the way around the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. That adds days to the journey. And experts are closely watching prices at the pump, but for now, gas prices remain relatively low. According to AAA, the national price of gas was around $3.07 on Monday. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
The judge in the quadruple murder case against Bryan Kohberger is ordering prosecutors to hand over more information about the genealogy methods used to identify him as a suspect. Kohberger is charged with the murders of these 4 University of Idaho students. They were found stabbed to death in their off-campus home in November of 2022. Investigators collected DNA on a knife sheath left at the crime scene. They found no match in a national criminal database, but were led to Kohberger using a public genealogy database. Judge John Judge ruled the state needs to hand over a portion of the information, but the order does not specify exactly what. Prosecutors want Kohberger to go on trial in June. Kohberger faces the death penalty if convicted.
The Spokane Police Department arrested 9 people for package theft over the holidays. The Stolen Property Enforcement and Recovery Unit also began a bait package program that's successful in tracking stolen packages and making arrests. Now, porch thefts are not limited to just the holiday season, so SPD stresses that if you become a victim of package theft, to call Crime Check. That number is going to be listed on your screen here, 509-456-2233.
Republican lawmakers in Idaho are again trying to pass a bill that would restrict access to obscene or harmful material at schools and public libraries. It also allows people to sue if the library or school violates provisions of the bill, which Governor Brad Little called a library bounty. It's based on a bill that was passed last year, but was ultimately vetoed by the governor, who said he was concerned that harmful content can be more easily accessible to youth on their phones and internet rather than at their libraries. The committee voted Monday to move the bill to the floor.
The first U.S. moon lander to launch in more than 50 years is headed for a fiery end. The rocket that launched last week is making a U-turn because the solar-powered battery that was supposed to be pointing towards the sun wasn't. And that was supposed to be the first step in the goal of returning humans to the moon. But it's also leaking fuel, which means it doesn't have enough propellant to reach it. The rock will burn up in Earth's atmosphere.
Champagne sales lost some of their fizzle in 2023 following record-breaking years during COVID lockdowns. It's not just champagne. Other wine and spirits have seen sales ease a bit as people cut down on stocking their stash at home in favor of restaurants and bars that are now fully reopened.
Your Good Morning Northwest time right now, 6:37.
We are keeping our eye on lots of incoming activity.
Yes, lots of it. We do have a winter storm watch. We're going to be seeing our most significant snow totals of the season. More on that coming up in your first alert forecast.
Also ahead, a smash and grab comes to a screeching halt in Everett. How one Washington man stepped up to fend off the thieves when we come back.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
When it comes to quality roofing solutions, trust the experts at Roofs by Premier. Roofs by Premier has more than 50 years of experience in the Inland Northwest. Schedule now for spring and receive $500 off.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
There's some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. Voya helps you choose the right amounts without over or under investing, so you can feel confident in your financial choices.
Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected. Whoa!
Everyone's surprise looks different. But we all feel the same joy. Kinder Joy. Open a world of surprise.
Agriculture Innovation meets tradition February 6th through the 8th at the Spokane Convention Center. Come see the latest in farming technology, network with peers and industry experts, and participate in seminars. Whether you're a seasoned grower, an entrepreneur, or just passionate about agriculture, this is the event for you. Meet, learn, grow at the Spokane Ag Show. Get your tickets now. I'm Melissa Paul, Ag Show Director, and I'll see you there.
When it comes to quality roofing solutions, trust the experts at Roofs by Premier. Roofs by Premier has more than 50 years of experience in the Inland Northwest. Schedule now for spring and receive $500 off.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. And want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
A good neighbor stopped an early morning smash and grab attempt at a pot shop in Everett. 3 SUVs pulled up to the business and one started ramming it in reverse. Then watch what happens. You can see on your screen here a man carrying bear spray and spraying it at any of the attempted thieves as he gets close to. It scared the group off enough to start taking off. The crooks weren't able to steal anything from the store, but the Snohomish County Sheriff's Office says they did cause significant damage to the storefront. The shop owner says that he plans to offer his neighbor a reward for stopping those thieves.
Wow. A 3.5 magnitude earthquake shook part of the Olympic Peninsula late Sunday night. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the ground started rattling at about 11:30 that night near Sequim. At 3.5, people normally feel a small, sharp jolt followed by a few stronger shakes that come and go fairly quickly. There have been no reports of injuries or damage to the Sequim area.
Good morning. Here is your 10-second takeaway. Today is going to be mostly cloudy and cold. We are expecting some significant snow overnight. Our high for today is 19 degrees.
Well, last night's Emmy Awards marked a milestone for Sir Elton John. The singer captured an Emmy Award for a live concert at Dodger Stadium, giving him the elite EGOT status. And that means that he's one of the few people to have won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award. So a big congratulations. That's awesome.
Well deserved.
Absolutely.
It's now 6:41.
Well, the cold stops didn't put a stop to MLK Day events yesterday. How the Spokane community stepped up to celebrate unity, diversity, and Dr. King's legacy.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
They say it's not the destination, but the journey.
Arby's says, nuh-uh. Get 2 of these things for just $7 at Arby's Cheddathon sales event. Arby's, we have the meats.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Join us on a holiday vacations tour. Explore Alaska on a Glacier Bay cruise June 4th to the 16th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com keyword Spokane for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP.
We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Goddesses, I bring the vitality of sun.
And I the sea. I took the kids swimming, hit up the farmer's market, and crushed my sales call. Typical Tuesday.
Awaken your inner goddess with Vitafusion's expertly crafted assortment of delicious and nutritious gummies.
Oh, and I brought cupcakes.
In 10 years, Lisa Schneider will have an amazing second act, thanks to career reskilling courses from AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Bath Fitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
The best part of the brisket, bacon, beef, and cheddar is definitely one of those things. Arby's, we have the meat.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Some people may feel that this is just another day, a day off and not a day on. It has been 55 years since the assassination of the Reverend, not just a doctor, but the brother was a preacher, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Hundreds of people gathered downtown yesterday morning, to honor the work and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., along with other black leaders in our community. Supporters filled the Spokane Convention Center, listening to the impassioned speakers like Steffi Nobles-Beans, who you just heard from there, before marching in downtown. Now, those single-digit temperatures we saw did not sway anyone in attendance. Marchers making their voices heard and carrying out the vision that Dr. King dreamed of more than 5 decades ago. Now, former NAACP President Philip Tyler has attended every march for the past 14 years. He tells us Dr. King's vision is emphasized on this day, but it must be carried out every day.
And the significance is it really brings our community together for an event that everyone can take part in, from our law enforcement brothers and sisters that take care of our security to our young youth out here that we're passing the baton to carry on the vision of Dr. King.
Now, other families we spoke with sharing similar messages, pushing for unity and to embrace diversity, saying Dr. King's dream is still very much alive. Well, new on Good Morning Northwest. The treacherous winter storm sweeping across the U.S. has caused major flight disruptions this week.
It's already affecting us here in Spokane. A couple of flights have been canceled. 5 have been delayed at Spokane International Airport. And Southwest topped the list of most affected airlines for the 2nd consecutive day on Monday, with more than 700 flights around the country canceled, about 18% of its schedule. Unlike Southwest holiday travel meltdown of 2022, the carrier said the recent cancellations were not due to technical issues. United has seen more than 430 flights canceled, and American Airlines requested a temporary ground stop in Dallas yesterday due to those icy conditions.
Well, this is the calm before the storm, as we've been talking about this morning here. Here's a live look over downtown Spokane this morning. Starting off the day, not too bad out there.
Not too bad. Warmer than what we saw over the weekend. Yeah. It's dry, so lots of things to soak up while you can, because we've got a big storm coming our way. For today, we have a high of 19 degrees. It's going to be mostly cloudy, winds 5 to 7 miles per hour. Now tonight, this is where things get a little bit more interesting. We have a low of 15. We have a chance of snow in the evening, and then as we approach midnight to the morning, we are expecting some heavy snow. We'll have light winds paired with that. Now, because of the snow, we do have a first alert weather alert day coming up. We're expecting 8 inches or more in eastern Washington and the Idaho Panhandle. This is for tomorrow. We are expecting some tricky commutes both in the morning, but also that evening commute is going to be especially tricky as well. Here's a closer look at those winter alerts we have in place. We have a warning for the area that you see shaded in pink. Like we said, 2 to 4 inches overnight tonight, and then we could see anywhere from 3 to 7 additional inches tomorrow. Here's our forecast radar. Things are pretty tame until 8 o'clock. Wenatchee, Moses Lake, Tri-Cities, they'll be seeing the first of the snow closer to midnight, 1 a.m. That's when we will be really feeling it in our area, and this will continue until 8 o'clock in the morning and through to lunch as well. So you're going to want to be prepared, wear gloves, hats, scarves, a nice coat for tomorrow. You're really going to want it if you're out and about dealing with these conditions. Then things will subside, but with our temperatures, all that wetness is really going to stick around. Taking a look at our highs, 19 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 24 in Kellogg and St. Mary's. Moving more towards the central part of the state, 21 in Grand Coulee, 18 in Moses Lake, and 16 in Ritzville. Here are our lows for tonight, 15 in Spokane, 16 in Coeur d'Alene. Warmer than temperatures that we saw over the weekend, though, of course, still still very cold here. Here is our planning forecast. Today, dry, warmer. We're slowly but surely getting warmer as we make our way closer to the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, that is when we'll see temperatures more in line with our average. Our average is 34. We are well below that for now, and wetness will make its way into our forecast tomorrow and continue as we make our way to Friday. That's where we could be seeing some freezing rain, and for the rest of the weekend, it's going to be a little bit more of a rain-snow mix, and that wetness will continue until next weekend, so buckle up. We're in for a ride here.
Ooh, we sure are. Tomorrow morning will be really important for you to tune in to see. We'll be fine-tuning all of it as it rolls in.
That's for sure.
It's now just about 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint's coming up next.
Thanks so much for waking up with us on Good Morning Northwest on this Tuesday. We'll be right back after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Convention and Visitors Bureau.
I'm a little over my head here.
We can certainly take care of that for you. When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further than Mainstream Electric.
It's the big fitness energy sale at Planet Fitness. Join today for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime and get energized in the judgment-free zone. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today. Deal extended through January 19th.
You deserve a new you for the new year. From hormone replacement therapy and weight loss services to IV therapy and aesthetics, Revival Wellness Clinic has everything you need to feel and look your best. Revival Wellness Clinic, a holistic approach to your well-being.
Beneful knows a full life doesn't just happen. It's a choice. To take a swing, to taste all life has to offer. Choose joy. Choose Beneful. And try Incredibites, just for small dogs.
Hi, I'm Ken.
And I'm Donnie.
We lead the Advocates.
The Advocates fight for each of our injured clients. We take on big insurance and get big results.
We're both advocates, but we're very different from each other.
That's true.
I say potato, she says...
Potato.
Oh, I guess we're the same there.
Potato. Do people say that a different way?
Potato.
Who says it that way?
Never mind. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
At Coeur d'Alene Honda, the waiting is over.
We have new Hondas in stock and ready for delivery. Plus, they all come with a lifetime warranty.
Come check out the all-new Honda CR-V and Accord hybrids.
Or maybe you're wanting the new Honda Ridgeline or newly designed Honda Pilot.
Whether you want a new car, van, or SUV, we have them in stock.
Family owned and operated in beautiful Coeur d'Alene, Idaho for over 55 years.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Visit us at our website, cdahonda.com.
It's the big fitness energy sale at Planet Fitness. Join today for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime and get energized in the judgment-free zone. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today. Deal extended through January 19th.
I'm a little over my head here.
We can certainly take care of that for you. When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further than Mainstream Electric.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
The time is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprint.
Sydney Charles has new details about ballistic missile strikes launched at Iraq.
But first, we're expecting some heavy snow tonight. Let's get right over to Allison Martinez with a look at your forecast.
We are expecting our first traces of snow tonight. Closer to midnight is where we're going to be seeing the first of it. We're expecting 2 to 4 inches overnight. Now, we do have a first alert weather alert day for tomorrow. Heavy snow is expected, 8 inches plus. This is in eastern Washington and the Idaho Panhandle. In place for tomorrow. Both that morning and that evening commute are going to be tricky, so give yourself plenty of time.
Eastern Washington and North Idaho are feeling the impacts of the extreme cold. A number of businesses, schools, and other organizations have had issues with pipes freezing and even bursting due to all these low temperatures. This is what employees at Heat Praxia, a locally owned sauna studio in Coeur d'Alene, walked into Saturday morning. A pipe burst due to the frigid temperatures. The general manager said it took almost an hour and a half to get the water to finally shut off. That space is completely devastated. She says it's been a very tearful last few days.
And a few miles from Heat Praxia is a favorite local restaurant having some similar problems. The pipes at Tomato Street in Coeur d'Alene froze on Saturday and burst Sunday evening. The restaurant is closed for at least a week, putting dozens of employees now out of work.
Burst pipes also closing the Women and Children's Free restaurant. That restaurant posted this on the Facebook page saying curbside services are on a temporary break. The restaurant normally hands out free meals to needy families on Wednesdays. If you were counting on a meal, the restaurant suggests calling 211 for food assistance from other local resources. And North Idaho STEM Academy also starting the day with some burst pipes, saying it'll be closed for the foreseeable future.
Now, these cold temperatures forced the closure of the Numerica Skate Ribbon and Sky Ride in downtown Spokane for the 4th consecutive day. These attractions were initially closed on Friday because of the cold snap. According to the Facebook page, the Skate Ribbon opened up again yesterday afternoon from 4:30 to 8. We'll let you know if it opens again today.
As we start to warm up from this cold snap, so will our water pipes. That also means the risk for home flooding and residential disaster also increases. If your home floods, experts recommend calling for help immediately to get on a list, as these companies are already inundated with calls and can't guarantee you help right away.
The judge in the quadruple murder case against Bryan Kohberger is ordering prosecutors to hand over more information about the genealogy methods used to identify him as a suspect. Kohberger is charged with the murders of these 4 University of Idaho students. They were stabbed to death in their off-campus home in November of 2022. Investigators collected DNA on a knife sheath that was left at the crime scene. They found no match in the National Criminal Database, but they were led to Kohberger using a public genealogy database. Judge John Judge ruled the state needs to hand over a portion of the information, but the order does not specify exactly what. Prosecutors want Kohberger to go on trial in June. Kohberger faces the death penalty if convicted.
The Spokane Police Department arrested 9 people for package theft over the holidays. The Stolen Property Enforcement and Recovery Unit also began a bait package program that's successful in tracking stolen packages and making arrests. Porch thefts aren't limited to the holiday seasons, so SPD stresses that if you become a victim of package theft, to call Crime Check. The number right there, 509-456-2233.
This morning, tensions are escalating in the Middle East following deadly missile strikes inside Iraq. The strikes are raising concern that Iran is getting more aggressive in the region. Officials say Iran launched the ballistic missiles, claiming to target the local headquarters of Israel's intelligence agency. The strikes killed at least 4 people. Some blasts hit near the U.S. consulate, while others were reported in Syria. All of this raising concern about a wider spillover of violence across the region, stemming from the conflict in Gaza. Coverage on the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas is coming up next on Good Morning America.
The Washington Attorney General is filing a lawsuit to block a proposed merger between Kroger and Albertsons. Bob Ferguson says allowing the 2 largest supermarket companies in the state to merge would severely limit shopping options and destroy competition that helps keep prices low. The merger would sell off more than 100 stores across the state. Ferguson says the merger would lead to a monopoly. To read more about the lawsuit, you can find the story on our website, KXLY.com.
Republican lawmakers in Idaho are again trying to pass a bill that would restrict access to obscene or harmful material at schools and public libraries. It also allows people to sue if the library or school violates provisions of the bill. A bill passed last year was ultimately vetoed by the governor, who said he was concerned harmful content could be easily accessible on their phones and internet rather than libraries.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account.
But how much can you really save?
Yeah, I mean,
whoa.
Temperatures outside are expected to drop near 0 from now through the end of the month, and we want you to be prepared. Keep your thermostat set at 70 degrees. Let faucets in your home drip. Cover hose bibs. Keep garage doors closed. Have space heaters on hand. And remember, Bill's Heating and Air will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, should you have issues at all. Happy New Year from your Bill's Heating and Air family.
Want Aleve works all day, so I can keep working my magic. Just Want Aleve. 12 hours of uninterrupted pain relief. Aleve, who do you take it for? And for fast topical pain relief, try Aleve X.
We are taking a live look over downtown Spokane. Not a lot happening this morning besides those cold temperatures, but that is going to change very, very soon. We do have a first alert weather alert day for tomorrow. We're expecting some significant snowfall overnight and into tomorrow as well through Thursday. Friday, we'll be seeing a little bit more of a mix. We could be seeing freezing rain, and by Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be seeing rain for the most part. That wet weather is here, ready to stick around. Also, by the end of the week, our temperatures will warm up a little bit.
Time to mentally prepare for the snow here.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for starting your day with us.
And we will see you throughout Good Morning America with live local updates. GMA starts now.